Welcome back, guys, to Overture One. We're glad to have you back. And on today's video, we are going to be talking about retail versus professional trading and everything so far. But before we get into that, we advise you to be a professional in subscribing to the Overture One YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with the person at Starbucks, share this with your person that you're walking right next to. He's like, hey bro, you need this psychology, bro. He's like, hey bro, I don't even trade. I was like, that doesn't even matter, bro. We have some episodes where we talk about health and fitness. All right. So, you know, we're kind of like ingraining everything. And technically you kind of are trading a lot of things. I'm pretty sure you heard that before.
Right. Psychology and emotional intelligence really do go hand in hand with like your life. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. And with that being said, like what Rob was saying, we're gonna jump right into this discussion, and really what the difference is between retail trading and professional trading. And I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. I first heard about these differences, and I'm gonna expand on them. But I first heard about them from someone whose name is Anton Krill. He's a professional trader. He used to trade for, I believe, Goldman Sachs. Puts out a lot of great information on YouTube. Someone who I consider a mentor of mine, and it really sparked this conversation. So to really lay the foundation for what being a professional is when you manage a lot of capital that's not yours effectively. And then to compare that with being a retail trader, you're trading through like a traditional retail broker with your own money. And that's very much the fundamental difference between the two, is that there's no institution, no firm, no nothing involved when you're a retail trader. You're simply trading from your personal money to make personal gains.
And guys, remember, you have to become retail before you become professional. You just don't start off at professional level. As proprietary traders and everything so far, like, you know, we had to start retail, and we are still trading for an institution. Right. Regardless, at the end of the day, it may not be Goldman Sachs or anything, but it's still an institution and everything so far with multi-millions of dollars backed behind it. Yeah. And you realize these videos are geared towards the beginners and everything so far. Right? You have to realize what is realistic in these certain standards when you come into retail trading, right? Yep. You know, is losing money realistic? Is breaking even realistic? Is 3 to 5% a month realistic? Is 10 to 20% a month realistic? Is making 100% back realistic? And there's all a question mark attached to the end of those. Can it be realistic? Yeah, for some people, you see they pop off and then they're consistently successful. There's some people that lose money for years and then they stay break even and then they actually make money. You got to realize in this beginning stage and everything, there's going to take a lot of learning lessons throughout the whole process for you to transition from retail to professional.
And I think that's an amazing point that you made, is like, if you can't manage your own money with proper risk and everything at a retail level, how do you expect to do it for other people's money at a massive scale, right? And becoming a professional. So it is very much so, like, retail is like the foundation to, like, if you want to expand in becoming a professional, I mean, that's the route, you know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about is similarities between the two, okay? So I talked about the differences, kind of defined both of them. Where they are the exact same is the emotional intelligence and following a sound plan, right? A lot of the stuff that we talk about on this channel is like building up a higher level of emotional intelligence, right? Doing personal development, growing as a human being, becoming more in control of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, so on and so forth, right? And all of those things apply. It doesn't matter if you're trading $10 or $100, $1,000, or $10 million. All of those things are going to apply for who you are as a person and how that's being expressed through you trading, right, in whatever market that you're trading in. Going into that second point of actually having a sound plan, this is what's going to keep you, like, I think of like a plan in trading as like bumpers when you're bowling, right? Like, it doesn't really matter how off track you kind of throw it, like, you're always going to be down the lane. You know what I mean? And I really feel like that's like what a plan does for you, is it kind of narrows any type of mishaps that you have, as it'll just bounce you back and forth and it'll keep you on track to hitting the pins.
And what I want to talk about right now are like some practical steps from actually moving from retail to professional. I think you heard a lot of people say that, like, bro, I trade my own money. I only have a responsibility to trade my own money. And you know what? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And that's completely all right. You may want to trade your own money and do other things. That's phenomenal. I'm not here to misguide you. There's multiple different paths to get to where you want to go. But the first practical step that I want to tell you guys is realize you can make a lot more by serving others. You ever seen CEOs of other institutions? You could use Ray Dalio. What's this guy worth? Like billions of dollars?
Yeah, billions.
What's he doing?
He's not a retail trader.
Exactly. He's serving other people, right? He has other people that he's hired and everything so far, and he's a decision maker where he is able to allocate the right amount of funds to a certain amount of different financial pathways to increase the money, right?
Different assets.
Exactly. Different assets, right? And I want to go on to point number 2, which ties into point number 1, and realize that servant leadership will far yield bigger, better, more fulfilling results than anything that you can imagine, because your foundation is built on serving others rather than serving yourself.
Right.
You see where that kind of takes you? You realize you can help more people because you can only make so much money. I don't know if you realize that. But there's other people that make more money, and you could take their money and combine it into a pool, right?
Right. Right. And then you could take that and you could literally just expand into, right, like a massive, massive company. Like for example, Ray Dalio's business, like what you were just talking about, is like one of the most influential companies in the entire planet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't have done that sitting and trading on Robinhood. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that literally falls onto my like 3rd step.
Right.
You know, don't get it wrong. Don't like, okay, yeah, I want to be a professional. That's great. You want to be a professional, but realize you have to focus on perfecting your craft at first.
Right.
And sometimes you're going to have to be watching charts and everything and lose, win, and just really zone in on what plan worked for you and what you are most solid in. And once you finally get the momentum rolling, then is when you can start serving other people, because you realize there's a far bigger responsibility serving other people than just serving yourself.
Yeah.
Because there you could fail more time again, and you could fix that. It's not a problem. But you realize messing up with other people's money and everything so far, and with other people's responsibility and their likelihoods and everything so far, you have a certain responsibility to serve them and to honor them with results.
Right. No, 100%. And yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys took away a lot from this video, you know, kind of depicting retail versus professional trading. And like we always say, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys took something away from it, drop it in the comments, send this to your friends if you really feel like they're going to get some value from this. So we will see you guys on next week's video.